Alright, so what is going on, guys? Welcome to not my final review of Battlefield 5's open beta, but just my partial review, as this was available on console and I didn't have to pre-order it. So thank you to EA and Battlefield for giving everybody the opportunity to play it. If you do want to go ahead and download it for yourself, make sure you go to whatever, if you're playing on PC, Xbox Store, or the PlayStation Store, and download it. It's free and it's going to be open until Tuesday. I don't know the times right offhand, but I will try to include them in the video on screen. So, Battlefield 5, the game surrounded in controversy that it's been a long road for it so far. It got a lot of hate on the thing that have been said and the reveal trailer. I mean, now I will admit the reveal trailer for Battlefield 5 was not the best trailer, as the Battlefield 1 trailer was 10 times cooler and had way better music. Okay? We can all agree on that, right? So, my thoughts and feelings about this beta so far. I'll start with some positives and move into some negatives that I have already, and I'll give you my overall reviews, or my overall rating right now as it is. So you do have two maps in the beta right now, Rotterdam and Narvik. I don't know, some weird place. So I'll give the game the benefit of the doubt that it is absolutely beautiful and puts COD at a lower standard here, as this game makes COD look pathetic. Seriously, the graphics of this game are a step up from Battlefield 1's and a step up from Black Ops 4. So already this game's doing better than Black Ops 4 for me. Battlefield 5 truly feels like a World War II type game, but it gets ruined by something I'll mention later. So BF5 as of right now, for me anyway, feels like BF1 essentially, but just World War II themed with a few add-ons. Now, the big add-on here is Fortifications. Fortifications is a great addition here. It was executed perfectly, doesn't feel ripped off from any other game, like Fortnite. It feels completely different here, and it's not just locked behind one single class. Reviving feels also great too. Medic does, of course, get the advantage here, just like Support gets an advantage with Fortifications, but they all feel balanced and do not feel ridiculous or favorite that just one class. Now, another thing I do like is the restriction on ammo. Now, this is coming from a guy that likes having a crap ton of ammo to shoot at people. I like the fact of being restricted, as knowing, hey, look, you may feel like, hey, I am a super soldier here that has, you know, power to be revived after getting shot by a tank. You still have consequences, as, hey, you're out of ammo, you have to switch over to your pistol and have reduced range. I do like that, and I do like the fact that there are places around the map to get more health and ammo. Health in this game is done excellent. The fact of relying more on your teammates and squad mates is absolutely amazing, and I really do hope a lot more people will at least pick up the game, so there'll actually be people to squad up with, as right now the game overall feels a bit lonely when you don't have any squad mates. So now, please don't mind the gameplay. This was my first ever game that I played, but some other positives of the game are weapons. Weapons here feel great, just like any other Battlefield game besides Hardline. They feel great. This game already makes Hardline do really bad. It makes Hardline look really bad, and overall this game feels more complete than it. Now, I've heard some people talk about some bigger issues with performance. I've not had these, as I play on an Ethernet cord and a standard PS4, and I've really not seen too many frame rate drops. I've seen a few, but very little, and they're far from in between. So this game is pretty well optimized as is right now, but could use a little bit of work. So some more positives I do have with this game is the increased development of customization coming from BF1 to Battlefield 5. In Battlefield 5, there's a lot more customization to your guns than there was in BF1, and I do have to appreciate that. There's a lot more here to do, a lot more to keep people interested in the game. So and also settings. Settings in this game makes Call of Duty settings look like, why did you even add them? What's the point? The settings in Battlefield's games have always been great, but this one takes the cake for me. Custom colorblind settings. I've never seen that in a game. I mean, if you have before, like, please leave it down below. But I just have to say that was cool, because I was now in this gameplay. You don't see it, but I dug into the game, into the second game, and was able to change the entire team color, my squad color, hit markers, crosshair. All of this can be done within the settings. You're able to change it to whatever color you want, as there is a color palette type thing that pops up, and you can change it to whatever shade of whatever color you want, and it has every single color that you could ever imagine. If you get it in the right spot, you'll get the color that you want, which is absolutely amazing for me, as being able to change colors in a game to what you want it to be, even if you're not colorblind or anything, is still a great addition. My only beef is, where is the HUD color changer? If I'm going to be able to change all of my stuff to pink and whatever, and black, and yeah, that's essentially the only like 2 colors. Oh, and just white for neutral stuff, and red for my enemies. Why can't I change my HUD color to pink as well? I want to see a pink HUD for this game's launch, or pink, or just options just like the crosshair ones, because that would make this game a ton better. Now, Grand Operations, the new game mode that took inspiration from the Operations mode in Battlefield 1, is excellent. It is excellently done here, and I hope to see even more maps when the game does launch November 20th. If you haven't heard the delay, it's not coming out in October, it's coming out in November now. But this game has, it flows too well. The matches that I've played, it's either really close, there are some really close matches, but so far what I've seen is you usually advance on to the second day. Now, of course, in the beta, just like in the pre-alpha, we don't get to experience the third day just yet. I am super excited to find out what that one truly is, as when they first were revealing that there is going to be 3 days, they said it's going to be like the last remaining survivors. You got to kind of like, it's kind of like an all-out like battle. So I'm hoping, and you have like little supplies that you have to deal with, and so I'm really hoping it's like a big old like team deathmatch, because I've always wanted to see that. Just, you know, when you look at those old war pictures in like a textbook in history class, and you see them just fighting, like not for an objective, but to just kill each other to see who will win. That's essentially what I want. I'm really hoping that's what it is. If it's not, I'll be perfectly fine with it. So let's talk about some negatives that I have with the game. Some negatives I do have with the game so far is I do not like some of the I don't like the airplanes. The airplane settings in this game suck. So as soon as you launch into an airplane in this game, you're inverted, and I'm still trying to figure out how to change it. As of right now, I have no idea. The announcers, I'm kind of a little bit annoyed that you can't change between a female announcer, as I kind of wanted, as I didn't really bother me in Battlefield 1, the female announcer. It really didn't bother me that much. I do understand where people are coming from, though, as they don't want Cortana from Windows telling them what objectives were captured and what objectives they lost. I kind of personally liked it anyway. And there is actually a really cool one that's more historically realistic, and it's actually not one that involves a voice. It's called Native, and it's really cool because it uses it starts out kind of a little bit buggy, but once it fully renders in, it acts like this like Morse code, and it pops up on your screen what it said. It's really cool if you do, but you can turn off the announcer. Also, the audio settings, I would like a little bit more, or I do enjoy the audio settings, but I do still have some beef with the settings, as it needs to be a little bit clearer with some descriptions under it, as if you're not a person that understands some settings and their meanings, you're kind of going in blind and trying to figure out what you're doing. My other beef is I wanted to see what Firestorm was going to be like. As we did get some more info on it recently, I kind of wanted to at least, you know, have like a video trailer of it, like maybe in game that you get to see, or at least something. I was really hoping for like just a little miniature like teaser, at least the game acknowledges it, but there's nothing yet, which I'm kind of a little bit sad about. So some big things that I do have with the game as of right now is the game as of right now, the player base that's on your team completely sucks. And the amount of times that I'm able to be revived, and that's another thing I'll talk about here, is I never get revived. Even the reviving system needs work, as if you're near enemies and there's no chance in heck someone's gonna revive you, you should just instantly die. If you get hit by a tank, you should die. If you get killed by a sniper, you should full on die. If you're really close to your teammates, then reviving makes sense. But if you're out in the middle of nowhere, like close to the enemy spawn, and you get killed and there's just a whole bunch of enemies around you, there should be no chance of a revive. And it just pisses me off when it happens, because this is all that happens to me now. Some more things I do have beef with is I also have beef with some of the weapons, as the only gun I do have this problem with is the STG. It's a little bit weak and needs a buff. The sniping in this game, though, I will admit, feels a lot better than BF1, as killing people is way more satisfying in this game, especially when you can change the color of what the actual icon is. Now, I will have to admit that my performance in this game isn't the best, but this is my first game on. What do you expect? This is my first game ever in Battlefield, like a few weeks, so cut me some slack. So, my overall opinion of this game is it better than what I thought it would be? Is it better than what I hoped it would be? Yes. This game is a lot better than what I anticipated, and I really do hope to see a lot more things out of it, but I do have to say some of the decisions here that have been made are good and some bad. But some more decisions I kind of don't like is that there's a profanity filter on PC. I know I don't play on PC and that I'm playing on console right now, but that's kind of stupid overall, and I think that should be taken out of the game, as who really cares about profanity in a video game? I mean, I'm not joking about this. You can look it up. There's actually an article out there talking about how DLC is banned because all the games DLC are going to be free. So already better than COD right there. You buy the game and you're done. You don't have to buy anything else really with it. I mean, you can buy the deluxe edition. I don't really care. It's up to you. But if you just buy the $60 version of the game, bam, done. Don't have to buy anything more. As I said, no loot boxes, no battle packs, and nothing that you can buy. Now, Battlefield 5, I'm not saying is the world's greatest Battlefield game and that everybody should play it, but I feel like it should at least get some sort of people to play it so that DICE is able to fix the game, and so it's not this horrible buggy mess when it comes out in November, as I want this game to have a good launch, and I don't want it to just go down in history, and so that we have to wait 2 more years for another Battlefield game just to wait that long again, as I don't want to wait that long again just to find out it's another really just Vietnam War shooter, which would be really cool, but still I don't want to have to wait that long again. So yeah, go ahead, download the game, play it. It's only 10 gigabytes, so it's not like you're losing anything by downloading it or really feel like you're doing something wrong. It's free. So I would have to give this game so far right now like a 7 at most. I want to see more maps. I know Battlefield 1's open beta only had the 1 map, which is Sinai Desert, but I was really hoping for at least 3 here, or at least see something really cool. But there still is a lot here, and a lot more that I'll explore. But anyway guys, I'll see you guys next week with a brand new video. Peace.